Hey Psychonauts, welcome to my channel where I talk about drugs and my experience with them in the past. So, we passed 100 subs. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. It makes me have more motivation to make more videos, so yeah, let's keep it going like this. So, have you ever bought 200 milligram of Tizolam pellets online for less than 100 euros and now after weeks of binging, they run out and your bar-tarded ass realizes it is time to stop? No? Just me? Okay. But for the people watching this video, you're probably asking yourself, how do I not get withdrawal symptoms after excessive benzodiazepine consumption? Well, you have come to the right video, because today I'm going to tell you my experience with tampering of benzos. I've seen multiple people withdraw from benzos and I myself have done a cold turkey and tampering off, so we'll get into that now. So first, some information about benzo withdrawal. Benzo binds to the GABA receptor in your brain just like alcohol. This is also the reason why these are the only mainstream drugs, alcohol and benzos, which withdrawal symptoms can cause death. This is why it's very important to gauge how long and how much you have consumed in the previous period. So for example, if you do benzos every day for a week, you probably won't have any severe withdrawal symptoms. Whereas if you have been using them daily for like a year, if not done properly, the withdrawal could actually lead to seizures and death. So be very wary when withdrawing off of benzos. Okay, so there is some wiggle room in how you want to end your benzo habit, and it is determined by factors I mentioned earlier, like amount and duration of consumption. You could go cold turkey, meaning you just decide one day to just stop using them. This can be very easy if you only use them like for a week or maybe 2 weeks. But it gets progressively harder the longer you use benzos and the more you take. I gone cold turkey after 6 milligram every day for a week, so I barely had any withdrawal symptoms from that, but of course this varies from person to person too. I also used like pharma grade K-pins during that period, so the long duration and the price made it so that I didn't take like ridiculous amounts and only took 6 milligrams a day, which is also, for someone with no tolerance, a fuck ton. So I was really barred out. Don't get me wrong. So if you just want to stop and not a long time has gone by, just try stopping, see what happens. Maybe you can try some weed to sleep better or alleviate like small withdrawal symptoms like anxiety. Okay, but what do you do when the withdrawal symptoms get very shitty, or you have used benzos for like a long time or in extreme amounts? Well, then it's highly advised to tamper off. You have to plan this out a little bit in advance, and it is a lot easier if you can give your benzos to a friend who like gives you the appropriate amount every day, so you won't like try taking more than you want to. So tampering off is just taking smaller amounts every day so your body doesn't seize from the sudden lack of GABA inhibitors. Yeah, and you do this until you reach 0 milligram. So this also depends on how high your tolerance is, but a good baseline is to take 1.5 or 1 milligram less every day, every few days. So if you use 3 milligram a day, try 2.5 the next few days. If the effectiveness does not change, try 2 milligram, etc., until you reach 0. Okay, but what if I use like 40 milligrams a day? This method will take me 80 days to tamper off? Well, no. Benzo dosage and feeling ratio gets progressively worse the more you take. So the difference between 1 and 2 milligram is huge, but the difference between 30 and 31 is barely noticeable, even though it's the same change in amount. So if you use ridiculous amounts, try taking 2 to 4 milligram less every few days, maybe even more if you feel like you're not tampering off quickly enough. So a little life hack, but also a caution. You can use alcohol to tamper off or to alleviate withdrawal symptoms because it also acts on the GABA receptor. So if you have no benzos around and have severe withdrawal symptoms, you can occasionally take a little shot of something like vodka or anything, and it will be a little less dangerous and shitty for you to withdraw. I say caution here because alcohol still raises your overall GABA dependence, so use it to tamper off and don't make alcohol your new problem, because that's a whole nother side of the fucking GABA coin. So there's no real standard for measuring if you will be able to go to cold turkey, but a good baseline, as I said, is about 1 to 2 weeks of use. After that, going cold turkey is very tricky and can be dangerous. So guys, be cautious when quitting benzos. And of course, if you use benzos occasionally, you won't have any of these tolerance problems or withdrawal symptoms. So yeah, guys, I hope this video was a little bit more informative than my last few videos. I hope you guys like these videos where I do harm prevention, because I think taking drugs is fun, but you also should have caution when doing them, because they can actually get you addicted or even worse, kill you. So be cautious there, guys, and hope you have a fucking nice day. See ya.